It's not too often you're going to come out with somebody on YouTube and they're going to show you their reloads or show you how they're shooting and show you a disastrous day. Today's going to be that day. You'll see as you progress through the video, it's going to keep it pretty short because the day ended pretty quick. Shooting my 6 arc Bear Creek Arsenal upper, I wanted to do a really cheap build, and it had an 18-inch barrel, super heavy. I dropped 1.5 pounds by switching to the 16-inch barrel, more light profile from Bear Creek. And then I've got a MDT ground pod on there. The little feet you see on there are from ADG. Scope is a very budget-minded Bushnell Engage 2-10. Just put a Magpul dust cover because I wanted to break up the color a little bit. Ergo grip, Duramags, and then I just put this on here yesterday. Magpul Mo PR. Out here at the property, cleared out. I got 100 yards. It was not a good range day as far as my reloads were concerned. So we're doing 90 grains here of tipped Game Kings in the 6 arc with some loads of CFE 223, and even though I know it'll be kind of slow, Varget. We're going to see what kind of results we get. First charge is 30.1 of CFE 223, and don't do what I do. Don't duplicate me or anything like that. Do your own research. $27.62. Holy crap, I did not expect that. I'm not sure I'm going to make it through all these charges. 27.64 average is not what I expected on my lowest charge, but we'll take it case by case, if you will. Ha. It's a cartridge joke. I need a cheap rest for this thing. 27.70. Well, I'm done. That's unfortunate. That's $27.99. I got a protrusion on the brass on that one. I'll pick it up and show you guys. The protrusion sticking out and a slight swipe. So I am done with the CFE 223s. Unfortunately, I still had 15 more to go. On to Varget. I expect to run into pressure signs with this as well. I'm going to explore the 30.1 grains again because the SD and the ES is so low, but it was just a couple of rounds. 1.7 SD, 4.3 ES. Alright, again I'm at 28.4 on Varget. Oh, it probably helps if I seat the magazine. I'm not brand new, I promise. I jumped up, 2686. Okay, 2652. Alright, 2667. This is the second group of Varget on this 90 grainer, and it's 28.7, and I fully expect for it to be overpressured. I'm going to check the brass on this, but looks like an extreme spread of 40, average 2673, pretty fast for Varget, and a standard deviation of 14.4. And I don't mind an extreme spread of 40.4. There's an extractor and ejector mark on that one, and that one. We're just a handful of rounds in and I'm done. Yep, and there's a blown primer right there. I've been reloading for a long time and I've never blown primers. Just because you've been reloading a long time doesn't mean you know everything, and I realize I don't know everything. That trip was cut short a little bit today. I've got 5, 10, 15, 22 rounds that I didn't even get to fire because I may not be a good looking dude, but I like my face, and I just had dental work done. I don't want to pay for it for nothing. Looks like I'm at 28.4 for the Varget and 30.1 for the CFE 223, and I may actually need to back down just a hair because those speeds are probably a little high. So always practice reloading safely, follow book data, don't follow what some guy on the internet or YouTube says. So in the beginning of the video I was a little bit hyperbolic about how devastating of a day this was at the range, but it could have been. And when you reload, you really got to think about stuff like that. You've got to stay within normal limits unless you're just willing to risk it. And I do push the envelope a little bit, but generally not in a gas gun, and that's not something that I'm going to look forward to doing again. So I'm going to bring my charges back down where they belong.
I don't want to blow up my rifle. I don't want to have to buy a new bolt carrier group or a new bolt or anything like that. I want to do those when I wear them out or when I want to upgrade them, not because I shot a piece of it towards my face. And I don't recommend following any of these loads in here. Do not do that. These were horrible loads, and just shows you it doesn't matter how long you've been reloading, something can still happen. I think I started reloading in 2006, and so it's 2025 now, you know, coming up on 20 years, and I still made a big mistake. Reload safely, reload smart, reload by book pressures. Thank you to Hodgdon for sending me out some powder. They are a channel sponsor, and they are also in the description below. Click on the links down there. Those companies support me, and for them to do that, they need to know that they are supported, because it's kind of a circle. I make a very small commission off pretty much everybody that's in those description and those links, but that helps me do what I do, helps me pay for some of the ammo. I really don't make very much money at all, but if it pays for about 15% of it, 20% of it, that's about it. You know, I just want to be upfront and honest about it. But Hodgdon has sent me out powder. I am an affiliate of theirs, and so go on over to their website, check out their powders. They make some of the best powders in the world, and they make a lot of them. A lot of them. They own a lot of the companies that make powders in the United States, and so support American companies and get out there, get to shooting, but do it safely. Stay tactical.